Guys, we're here with Tony from Beretta Australia again. Nice to see you again, mate. Thanks for making the time to see us and everything. What we thought we might do this year is, seen last year we covered a lot of the Seiko range, and there's, those models are still going strong. So I thought this year we might, just for viewers' sake, go into more on the Tikka range, because we didn't really cover a lot on that last year. So can you tell us what's new in Tikka?
Look, there's a fair bit new in Tikka, although Tikka's been around a long time, and the T3, first and foremost thing that's new is the price of it. They've actually come down quite considerably in the last probably 6 months now. 6 months ago they had a massive price drop, roughly $200 per rifle across the board. At the same time they've introduced a couple of new models, and basically it's these fluted models that you see here. They've got a fluted barrel. This wall here is all left-hand rifles, so they make an extensive range of left-hand guns. They did always make a few, but now they've added these two fluted models to the range. The big difference with the fluted model is just keeping a little bit more weight out of the gun, and it does help cool the barrel a little bit more too. But a super lightweight rifle to carry around. The accuracy is guaranteed from the factory, just like the Seikos are. These have a 3-shot MOA, 3 shots at 100 metres, whilst the Seiko has a 5-shot guarantee. But having said that, these rifles carry literally the same barrel as a Seiko, and literally the same trigger mechanism as a Seiko. Therefore, the inherent accuracy that comes from a Seiko is literally implemented into a rifle that's half its price. And hence why, really, with those factors combined with the price drop, these are now by far the #1 selling rifle.
So with the price drop now, what's the retail on the Tikka?
Tikkas will start from about $800 to $850 for a standard light blued model, which would be like that, but in right-handed. Whereas the light stainless, which similar to that, but in a blued stock, I think one of the gentlemen's holding it over there. They're about $890. And that is the best-selling model of all.
That's really competitive, mate. I know from obviously reviewing a lot of firearms and different prices. That is really good.
Look, we're really happy with being able to position them at that price. Certainly a strong Australian dollar versus the euro dollar has enabled us to do that. That could last years. Unfortunately, it could change. So get out and buy your Tikkas now while the price is right. But moving on from the left-hand version, the right-hand versions cover, first and foremost, that's the Beretta. That's a short barrel version with express sights on it. So for people that might go hound hunting or hunting pigs in thick scrub, it's a really easy rifle to swing around in thick scrub, having a shorter barrel. And with the express sights, if you set it up combined with some quick release mounts, you'll be for the best of both worlds. The camo is another popular model, literally identical to the light model, but it has obviously a camouflage coloured stock. Otherwise, all the light versions, be it a hunter, a laminated, a camo, even the Beretta for that matter, are all identical barreled actions as far as their action length is concerned, regardless of calibre. And that's another reason the Tikkas are so much better priced than what a Seiko is. Because they build the Tikkas all on one action length, they have been able to reduce costs, whereas the Seikos are built on 5 different action lengths to suit the calibre group that they're doing. But look, one of the smoothest bolts in the industry, literally, if you like on ball bearings, you can't even, in fact, when you chamber around whilst wearing earmuffs, you don't even realise you've picked up a round. It's just that smooth in action.
That's ultra smooth.
They also make a couple of the varmint models with the heavier profile barrel, a cheek piece on the stock, just because generally a varmint rifle will have a scope setting up a little bit higher, or a bigger objective length scope, so it has a cheek piece on it. They make that in both blued and stainless. They also make that down the bottom here is what they call a super varmint, which has an adjustable stock and a Picatinny rail as well. Then there's a few different walnut versions. You can get the hunters with open sights. You can get the hunter stainless fluted again, opposite to the left-hand one we saw earlier. That's your standard. That's the Forest. That's another new model. It's got a roll-over cheek piece cone on it. That's your standard. No, that's your standard hunter blued. That's your hunter blued fluted.
Okay.
Okay. And there's a light version of that, the two that we looked at before. So
Yeah.
they're even lighter weight if you get there. These two models are a little limited in their caliber range.
Yep.
Where all the other models you see are literally available in the entire range from 204 right through to 338 Win Mag.
Okay. So yeah, you've got everything.
There's a big range of them. And all hunters come with a small, almost flush-fitting magazine, which generally holds 3 rounds.
Yep.
And the varmint models come with a 5-shot magazine, which can be purchased separately and added to one of the other guns if you need to.
What's the difference? I see there with the varminters. What's the difference between the varminter and the T3 Tactical?
Well, the Tactical has a chrome moly match barrel.
Okay.
A threaded barrel at that, so it's able to put a muzzle brake on the end.
Right.
And it has a Teflon coated bolt.
Yep.
Also has an adjustable cheek piece where the other cheek pieces on the varmints are fixed.
Right.
This can be lowered and raised. You get down to about 2.5 kilos. Also has a tactical Picatinny rail.
Yep.
So all the tack set up for it is
Oversized bolt knob, I can see there.
Oversized bolt knob that comes standard on the Tactical only.
Yep.
You can buy those oversized bolt knobs for the other models.
Yep.
But that's the Tactical is the only one that comes with a standard.
Right. Okay. So it's a more higher grade barrel, is it?
That's correct. That's just a more accurate. It's also available in a 20-inch version.
Yep.
So you can get that in a shorter Tactical. The biggest negative to that rifle, if we call it a negative, it's only available in 3 calibers: 308, 300 Win Mag, and 223.
223. Yep.
That's the only limitations I would say on the Tactical.
Yeah. So
all
more,
the other guns you literally.
so more like sort of military LE
Exactly
sort of
right.
calibers that they would use. Okay. And mate, what about the Burris Eliminator? I've had a fair few requests from people about that and information about. I hear you got a new model now.
Yes, we have. Look, they've brought in the Eliminator 3, which is Eliminator 2, which really took the world by storm as far as range finding capabilities of the rifle scope.
Yep.
They've now improved on that again. Not that the other one was bad, because I certainly used that one and happy with it. Works perfectly out to 500 metres, and you can happily take shots at game out to that distance. If you can shoot a rifle and group it well at 100, there's nothing stopping you from taking those shots at long distance. Not that you should take those shots if you can get closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
The rifle does calculate your holdover and obviously exact distance to your target.
Nice.
The Eliminator 3 has gone above and beyond that, where it now ranges out to 1200 metres as a rangefinder, but as far as the bullet drop compensation, it works to 750 metres.
Okay.
So another 50% increase there. The biggest feature change between the two is that it's now a 4 to 16 power with a 50mm objective, as opposed to the original one was a 4 to 12 with a 42 objective. With the Eliminator 2, the previous model, you had to take the shot once you range the animal on its highest power for it to calculate the bullet drop correctly.
Right, okay.
With the Eliminator 3, they've actually been able to implement technology where that it can calculate at any power your exact bullet drop.
Awesome.
So on 4 power, 5 power, right through to 16, it'll still accurately give you exact bullet
Excellent.
drop.
And can we take a look at a couple of them?
For sure. This is the original 2 model that we had last year.
Yep.
It's been out for a couple of years now. It's certainly, look, my personal experience with them is that if you're going to be shooting out to 500 metres, this is really going to do the job for you.
Yeah.
As long as you set it on 12 power at the time of taking the shot. You can certainly range it on any power, and it'll be accurate, but the shot bullet placement that lights up in here will only be accurate on 12 power.
Right, okay.
With the new Eliminator 3, designed this scope here with not only an adjustable objective lens, it does go to a higher power range right up to 16.
Yep.
Better optics again than the previous model. But the ability to take a shot on any power is probably its best feature. It does also have a ballistic coefficients program in there as well, which helps you identify wind drift. And the reticle in this is what they call an X96 reticle, and that helps you calculate if a certain wind is coming across your target, how to hold into the wind correctly.
Right,
it gives you a digital readout of how many mil dots across you need to be.
That's awesome.
So it literally does a lot for you when it comes to taking the long range shots.
It's unreal. It does all the hard work for you.
It's not for you to suddenly take pot shots of deer at long distances, but it does give you the capabilities now, if you do your part, to take it ethically with the right information.
Absolutely. And what's the recommended retail on these, Tony?
Recommended retail for just under $1,600 for the new model. Where the previous model are now selling at $900.
Okay.
So,
So I mean that's more than affordable. You know, I've covered it previously when I've done reviews. You know, like you're well. I mean, it's not entry level, but you're really attacking that mid-range.
The technology that you're getting on that out of that scope, you really are now talking. Just sort of technology that's never been available before is now in one scope for under $1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
This is actually a third model to the line they've introduced simultaneously with the Eliminator 3, and it's their compact version. It's only a 3.5 to 10. Now, to be honest, there's no great advantage of this one over the previous model, other than a little sleeker in appearance, a little more lightweight. Still need to set it on 10 power on its highest magnification for it to work accurately. It's just a compact version of the others, because one of the criticism was of the big, bulky, ugly-looking scope, for want of a better word. They've streamlined it down a little bit. Mounting requirements: anything that has a weaver or a Picatinny base, this will clamp directly to it, so it'll stay nice and low. Rock solid. You just punch in the 3 numbers you need. Tell you it's what your bullet drop is for your rifle, and it'll calculate the rest.
I'm surprised too really how lightweight they are. Like when you look at them, you'd expect, and being electronics in there as well. First of all, when I first picked it up, I thought, well, it's going to be a bit weighty, but I was actually really surprised. It's not that heavy at all.
No, well, you'll find that it's actually surprisingly light. You must admit there is also the fact that you don't need scope rings. So that does take some weight factor out of it completely. But you're right. It's certainly not an overly heavy scope. There's certainly big 6 to 20 power scopes that will be a lot bulkier and heavier than what these ones are. So you do get a lot of scope for your buck on those things for sure. Excellent.
Well guys, look, there you have it. That's what's new here at the Beretta Australia stand. If you want to find out any more about it, BrettaAustralia.com.au is where people have to go.
.com, no AU on the end.
Okay. And go there and you can find out what's what the latest gear is.
Thank you.